the Spark All-Star for 4th quarter during her sophomore year. She, as well as all our seniors, has applied to many state schools, including SDSU and CSU Channel Islands. She's already been accepted to the U of H at Manoa and University of Washington at Tacoma. Cassidy will study business in the fall. And she'd like to thank all of the Spark staff for giving her this opportunity, her mom for supporting her, and of course her mentor, Dion Ybarra, for letting her intern with the Wahine project. So, Cassidy?
My objective was to learn how to run my own business, because I'm not quite sure what I want to do, but my grandma, used to take me to paint my own pottery place all the time, and now they don't have it there, so I was thinking of running my own one day. I'm not quite sure what I want to do. And I wanted to have more experience working with children, because I'll be honest, I don't have a lot of experience, and I don't really like kids that much. So I thought getting this experience with working with kids would open me up to that field. The location, we were just down at Del Monte Beach, so it's local, and then we would go to Wharf 1 every Thursday to do some paddling practice, because the waves there aren't that big, so we would paddle around. And then this is my mentor. That's my mentor, Dion. This is the 3rd year of Wahine. She opened up the Wahine project because she wanted to give girls who wouldn't have the opportunity to learn how to surf, she wanted to give them that opportunity, so she brings the wetsuits and the surfboard, so you don't need to have any of the equipment on your own. And there's also a scholarship program, so if you can't afford it, we'll find ways to get around it, because her main objective is to get girls who can surf otherwise, give them that opportunity. And she also wants to teach girls about the environment and about how to take care of your body. So some of our other counselors, Emma, Emily, Robin, and Taylor. Emily, Robin, and Taylor are really experienced surfers. They surfed in the Carmel Surf Out. And then Emma, me and her got really close because we both weren't as experienced, so we would work with the little girls a lot more. And then our daily tasks, we would play in the waves. That's what I would do mostly with the little girls. We would get used to the water. And, they came up with this little game, butterflies and sharks. So the little waves would be butterflies and the big ones would be sharks. And then I would always have to keep my eye on the girls because obviously we're in the ocean. So the girls aren't very comfortable with it. And that's a force beyond us. So rip tides and everything. You just have to be aware of everything going on around you. And then obviously have fun. You're in the ocean surfing. What's not to love? So 3 girls on the surfboard. One day, it wasn't a very fun day for anyone. It was really cold. No one was really looking forward to getting into even more cold water. So everyone was just kind of not in a really good mood. But then this little girl, Rio, you can't really see her, but she's on there. She wanted to get her and her 2 friends on one surfboard. So why not? We were trying it out. And it worked out pretty well. We were doing it for a while. It was just a fun thing to do. And then playing with the littles. Oh, I already told you that story, but the butterflies and the sharks, and that was really fun for them. And then challenges. I wasn't that experienced about learning how to surf either, so I had to learn with the girls as I was teaching them, which I would actually recommend because it's easy, or it's not easy, but it's easier to learn something that you're teaching because while you're explaining it, you're kind of explaining it to yourself in a way. And then being patient, as I said, children, not my strong suit, and you have to be really patient with children. So just learning how to talk to them and convincing some of the girls to surf because they weren't that comfortable with it. Convincing them but not pushing them to do something that they didn't want to do. And then stepping out of my shell, I have to talk to parents and make them comfortable with me because obviously I'm not an adult. So just making them trust me to take care of their kids in the ocean. Some benefits, some Wahine swag. I got this hat for free. I have a sweatshirt. I learned how to screen print t-shirts, so I have 2 of those. And then surfing every day and learning how to do a fundraiser, but I'll go further into that in another slide. So my typical day, I don't have a picture on here, but on my board in the other room. My mentor has a really small car, and we would fit 9 long boards, not just regular surfboards, on her car. And she would sometimes carpool with other kids, so her car is packed with kids, wetsuits, booties, and surfboards. So we would get all that out. I would sign the girls in, that was my job. And then I would help the girls get suited up because even I wasn't that comfortable knowing how to put on a wetsuit, so we would help them. And then I would suit up after I helped the girls. And then we would put on sunscreen and sink. This is, well, it's sink does, but we call it sink. It's basically sunscreen times like 100. No UV rays or UVB rays can get through. And it's really fun because they come in a whole bunch of different colors, and we would kind of do like warrior paint on our face. So that was really cute. The girls had fun with that. And then we would do yoga to stretch out, especially in your wetsuit, because like wetsuits are kind of constricting. So we would stretch out and get some yoga. And then pop-up practice. Obviously, you're learning how to surf, so you need to know how to pop up. That's the main thing. And then play in the waves, get used to the water. And then after we were done surfing, at 12, we would eat lunch. And then we would always talk about the best and the worst part of our day, talk about our challenges, and talk about the things that we liked the most. So this is the girls lining up to do some pop-up practice. And then eating lunch. And this is my mentor's house. Every day after Wahine, she would go home and clean them. So this is the fundraiser I was talking about. It was called A Night of Surf and Stoke, and it was to raise money for Project Southslow, which was a fundraiser that my mentor put together. It was basically like a surf tour, kind of. She started here and went all the way down to Mexico doing free surf clinics for girls. They stopped in Ventura, San Diego, all the way down to Mazatlan, Mexico. I helped plan. We had to decide our budget and how much we could afford. And we couldn't make our own food because all those restrictions. We can't make our own food and bring it here because like food poisoning and everything. And then once I got there, I helped set up. I cut some lines because one of the ways that we got people to try and buy the auction surfboards, because it was like a surfboard art auction. One of the ways that we tried to make people buy them was to get them drunk, so they got a free tequila shot when they come in. So I was cutting lines. And then I learned how to do screen printing. That's what this is here, and I have the shirt out on the table up in there. I'm not quite sure how to explain it, but you put like paint on the t-shirt, and then you swipe down with like a little squeegee thing, and it does the print there. And then you blow dry it with a hair blow dryer to make it stay in the t-shirt. And then I met a lot of new people through that. We had this girl come from Fresno to perform with us. Her name was Sydney, and she went with the Wahines on their tour, singing a whole bunch of different songs on the way. Personal highlights. Working on the fundraiser was really fun because that was like the behind-the-scenes business part of the Wahine project. And then surfing every day. This is my dad, so he gave me the drive to learn how to surf, and that was really fun to actually learn. My interaction, the age group is 7 to 17, so it's a really broad age group, which was really cool. It was cool to like teach girls that are my age how to surf, because you just connect on a different level. Communication, we would text all the time in Facebook. She has a Facebook page. And we would communicate through that and post pictures. And then one day we found a shark. The day before we actually found the shark, this lady came up to us on the beach yelling shark, and we were just like, you're crazy, because we saw a dolphin that same day. And if you don't know the difference between a dolphin fin and a shark fin, dolphin fins are curved and shark fins are like pointed triangle. So we just kind of thought that she didn't know about that. And then the rangers came to check everything out, because if someone calls in a shark sighting, they still have to check it out. And so we were told to get the girls out of the water just for safety reasons. And then the next day, we were setting up at the wharf to do some paddling, and we saw this shark on the beach. So we just thought that was kind of ironic that the day before there was a shark sighting. And my recommendation, I recommend a Spark Surfing Day. Maybe we can set that up with the Wahine project. And I would recommend this internship to anyone who likes the ocean. If you're afraid of sharks and like getting bit by a shark, I wouldn't recommend this because you have to understand that you're going into their environment, and so there are going to be other animals in there besides humans. And the odds of getting bit by a shark are really low. So. And then you don't really need to know how to surf. I'm not a skilled surfer even till this day, but as I said, you learn while you're teaching. And then here's the Wahine Project website if you want to get more information. In my reflection, I learned how to be a lot more patient and work with others. And I realized that I really have a passion for surfing, and I want to continue doing it for the rest of my life, regardless of if it's a career or just recreationally. And I want to incorporate surfing into my career, but I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do that yet. And this is my dog. And I want to thank Deanna Wire and Roseanne McCormick for giving me this opportunity.